Hey everyone, welcome in. Thank you for being here today. Welcome to my kitchen. I am Dana and I'm here with my support staff of Robbie, the dog wrangler, and Otis, or I'm sorry, not Otis, but Rocky is in rare form today. So I'm assuming his wrangling duties will come into play pretty soon here. And he's also my dishwasher, my tech guy. I don't know, you do a lot of stuff. Drink maker, bartender, as we call drink makers, bartenders, or something along that way.
One of the jobs needs to be making a list of all the jobs.
Yes. Can somebody make a list of all the jobs? Okay, it's really hard to see with these on, so I'm actually going to take them off. Maybe I'll put them on a little later. Anyway, we are going to be not only making dinner tonight, but I've got dinner guests coming tomorrow night, so I'm going to start prepping some of the dinner for that, because I have meats that need to get marinated and peppers that need to get roasted, and dog wrangling duties have come into play already. So there we go. How is everybody doing today? How are you doing? Because I'm tired, but I'm here. So I'm gonna, if I get too tired, I'll drink some coffee. I'll do that for you. I will sacrifice my sleep tonight to stay awake for you tonight. So, hello, Aladdin's girl. Hello, Bravewood Beanery. Thank you guys for all being here. I decided, all of our meals have been so heavy lately, lots of beef and stuff. So tonight we're going to do some salmon, but I'm not going to make it too healthy because it's going to have a Parmesan crust and a lemon cream sauce on it. And then we're going to do something called a crispy leaf potatoes, which go in the oven. And we'll bake in the oven. I should probably turn the oven on here in a second to get that ready, because, I always forget to do these things. And yeah, a French Vodka Gimlet, which I love gimlets, man. My mom introduced me to those when I was in my 20s, and it's something that she used to drink in the 50s. And I have pictures of her in college sitting around drinking gimlets with her friends. Like, all of their little party things are then with their little coupe glasses with their gimlets in it. So I kind of feel like special when I drink that. So all of your fried chicken shapes are gone. You mean you have to have fried chicken that is shaped like fried chicken and not like dinosaurs or stars? Or what else do they make shape-wise with chicken nuggets? I know dinosaurs. That's it.
Mashed potatoes?
They make mashed potato shaped fried chicken.
Oh, that was just me.
Oh, you only had mashed potato shaped fried chicken. I don't know what he's talking about. But it's a cracker. So yeah, well, I'm sorry that all your shapes are gone for your fried chicken. I'm sure you'll get more sometime. Because I know all of you think that it tastes better when it's in certain shapes. All the Texas shaped waffles are gone for the moment.
And they tasted better.
Yeah. How are you guys doing? You guys doing okay? Everything going good? I'm trying to look and see what's going on over here. Well, sure, because Bravewood Beanery. We'll talk about you later when there's some more people in here as well. But coffee. And I know I need to figure out, I want to do a Texas sheet cake at some time. Bravewood Beanery, and I want to use some of your coffee in the Texas sheet cake. So we'll do that. So glad you're doing good. Elser, all the way over in, wait a minute, today is Thursday. And so you're in Friday already. You're where Robbie wishes he was right now, which is Friday. Not that he doesn't enjoy being here Thursday nights, but anyway. Salt and vinegar shapes, and they are gross. Like salt and vinegar shape, I'm confused. Like, are these chicken nuggets or crackers that are shaped like vinegar bottles and salt and pepper shakers? How do you have salt and vinegar shapes? Or is it the flavor that's that? The shapes are biscuits. Okay, are the crackers. Okay. But they're flavored salt and vinegar. You can see my brain's not working because my trainer today was very mean to me. He's very, very mean. So my energy, he sucked all my energy out so much I came home and I literally just laid down in bed and fell asleep immediately because I was that wiped out from it. So anyway, look, okay, I will look at the Discord. That is a great idea. I wish we could do some pictures here on Twitch. That would make it easier, but.
You could if you told me.
If I told you what? Ahead of time, okay. I would like to be able to see the Discord pictures on Twitch. How's that? Okay. Poor Robbie, he has a list like this. Okay, so this is the order of events, I think, at least the beginning. I'm going to start with the potatoes because they take like an hour in the oven. So I'm going to get those in the oven, and I think they'll stay hot even after they're done. They'll stay hot for a while. And I also want to make sure that we talk about cookies tonight because we have on the 12th, we have the cookie stream coming up with Kelsey. So I want to make sure that I get your input on some cookies. If you've got recipes and you haven't put them into Discord yet, I did create a new channel for that. And I did see yours and print it out, Elser, for the Raisin Roundies. So I've got that. And I think Kelsey and I will go through those and decide which ones we want to do with that and the ones that people have put in chat that they like. And yeah, and tonight we're going to vote. In a little while, we'll vote on one of the cookies that we'll make. I'm going to give you 3 choices and we'll have a vote here. So, pizza shapes and chicken. I understand. So there you go. All right, so let me get potatoes, and we're going to start. This is the recipe. The original recipe calls for 9 pounds of potatoes. That's a lot of potatoes, so I'm doing a third of that recipe. We're doing 3 potatoes, and we're going to peel them, and then we're going to slice them really, really thin. And I'm actually going to go oven, turn it on. And I'm putting the oven on to 400. So these cook at 400. And I am using, as you can probably already surmise, russet potatoes. But you could use Yukon Gold potatoes if you wanted to. If your areas where you can get the Kennebunk potatoes, that would be good. I don't know what varieties of potatoes there are in Australia, though. If you guys have russet or if you have something different. Oh, well, now I can't see you at all. So I have no idea what your oh, there we go. It's back. Robbie was moving the monitor, and I momentarily lost you. So, do you guys have any good plans for the holidays? Like anything fun on the weekend? Because we haven't actually set up anything to do on the weekend yet. We need to look and see if the Arboretum is doing movies again, because that was fun last year. You're looking like a deer in the headlights. What's going on?
Well, it was really cold last year, and it was like 80 degrees today.
I know. So which would you prefer? Would you prefer it to be really cold, or would you prefer it to be fall weather? Because if you remember, we had blankets.
Are we going to watch 2 movies? Then maybe fall weather.
We don't have to watch 2.
For the second movie.
We don't have to watch 2. Last year we went, our Arboretum has a big lawn, and they put up a big screen, and they did Elf and Christmas Vacation. And it was like 35 degrees. Your parents are having lunch with people right now, and you're holed up in your room helping Maud. I so appreciate everything that you do. Anyway, so we took chairs and blankets, and I made some mulled wine, and we also took, what else did we take? Hot chocolate and snacks, and sat there at the Arboretum outside watching movies. It was fun. And the best part is it didn't cost us anything. Because I like to go to the Arboretum, so I have a membership there. So it's always good to find something cool that's free. And they also have these things for the 12 days of Christmas up. But I've already seen them about 4 times, and it's kind of the same every year. So, did anybody think of any other cookies that you want to bake? Want to see me bake? See me and Kelsey bake? So, it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. This year I want to go, I'd like to try the fairgrounds. Have you seen this thing that they're doing at the fairgrounds?
For lights? Or?
The lights. And you walk through it, but there's also a ice skating rink that goes through the lights around the outside.
Never seen it.
I think it's new this year. I didn't know if you saw the ads or anything for it. So maybe that. Because I'd like to at least get a couple of things under my belt that feel like Christmas, so that are just fun and not putting up Christmas decorations and cooking. I love cooking, but I want something where somebody's taking care of me every once in a while. I have not made cocoa bombs before. I've had a couple of friends who've done them, and I've thought about trying those too, because Robbie really likes hot chocolate. When he was working in the office, that's what he drank all the time. He's getting frustrated over there. He's very frustrated. I may need to feed him some food.
It's working again.
Is it? Do you know cheesy garlic pizza shapes? Okay. Cheesy bread is always good. I mean, what's not to like? It's bread and it's cheese. There are those meatballs. There's still meatballs left if you want to heat some meatballs up and
You've
eat some of those.
hiding the meatballs
They're
from
not.
me?
They're not hiding. They're in the refrigerator, plain for everybody to see. But somebody brought a cheesecake and put it in the refrigerator and pushed the
You're
meatballs to the
welcome.
back.
You're welcome.
All of the pie and all of the cheesecake is gone now. But there are still meatballs left. All right, let me rinse these potatoes off because I didn't wash these potatoes, so they're a little dirty. Okay. And I'm going to use a mandolin because it is the fastest and easiest way to slice potatoes into nice thin strips. Not strips, thin slices. Yes, there we go. It's the, I'm missing a word.
You're gonna slice them into thin slices?
Robbie loves it. I even have a glove to use with this, and I have never
Makes
used
me
it
nervous.
yet. You're acting as if I cut myself in the kitchen. He's covering his eyes. Look, we're gonna get rid of that one. I don't think I've ever sliced my hand on the mandolin. Knock on wood.
What are you doing?
Can you knock on somebody knock on wood for me? All right. He's covering his eyes again. I like scaring him. It's fun. Does that mean?
I guess it's not my fingers, so.
So with these potatoes, you can add herbs for it. I was thinking of either using like oregano or rosemary for these to do something different because I usually use thyme. What do you think I should use? What do you guys want to see? Rosemary or thyme? Or rosemary or oregano? What do you think? Which do you want?
Why not both?
I think that would be overpowering.
Uh,
You've done some damage with the mandolin slicers. You do have to be careful. All 15 flavors. Okay, Robbie is covering his face again. There we go. That's 3 pounds, right around 3 pounds of potatoes. Oops. Now it's right around 3 pounds of potatoes. So the next thing we're gonna do with these potatoes is we're gonna stick them in a bowl and kind of pull them apart. I don't know how easy they're gonna, or how much they're gonna stay apart for the, probably should have used a bigger bowl. We'll make this one work. Yes, so it is actually, hi Claire, it is the shape, and I'm actually gonna make the dauphinoise potatoes in a couple, I think in a week or 2 weeks, because I'm going to do an old classic steak Diane. And do you guys know the difference between like like a true scalloped potato gratin and a dauphinoise gratin is? Because I didn't until I looked it up. I thought they were the same thing, but you par cook the potatoes when you're doing a scalloped potato gratin versus a dauphinoise. But this one is going to be a little different because we're going to actually stack them this way in the pan, so they'll get a little crispy. So you can watch me eat them in a couple of weeks. The dauphinoise potatoes. I've tried Vegemite, and I'll say no.
That's funny. I just saw someone else talk about that earlier today. That they thought it was one of the worst things they've ever eaten.
Yeah, I guess it's one of those things that, like, if you don't eat it when you're young and you're not accustomed to it, it just, what is Vegemite made out of anyway? I can't remember. I remember I looked it up because I was like, what is this? I can't remember what it is. All right.
So it's been a long time since you've tried it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Quite a while. I want to say college, maybe?
That's just a few years ago.
I mean, I know that was like 2 years ago. I mean, depends. Actually, it could have been less than a year ago if it's depending on which time I went to college, since there were 3 of those times.
I don't believe I've ever tried it.
All right, if you've got sticks of butter for this is going to be using 1 stick of butter. Because for the 9 pounds it says 3 sticks, and I did the math and it came up with, I'm doing a third of the recipe, I'm using 1 stick. See math? See how I'm good at that? All right.
There you go.
Well, actually, I need to dry these. You want to take these and dry these? Yeast extract. Well, there you go. It has color. But it's like yeast and basically malt extract. So barley, it's a barley type thing. Okay.
They should just call it leftover beer.
I'd rather have the barley in my beer or in my bread. But that's... So if you spread it really thin, it's beautiful. Do you eat anything with it? Like, do you put something with a Vegemite, like a ton of jelly so you don't taste the Vegemite? Would you do me a favor? Dump these out on paper towels and just dry them out. Okay. So I'm using butter for this, but if you want to give a little bit more flavor, you could use like duck fat for these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Since this is the Kerrygold is like 2 sticks. And I'm going to melt that. So I need to get out a pan. Because the microwave's no fun. I can't see you. You can't see me. Toast with butter. I could see maybe the cheese would help. Hi, Kitsch Monster. How are you? Yeah, I'm not a fan. But Elser is from Australia, so I'm guessing that's more of a normal food there. That's what Elser was saying. Elser was saying you got to spread it on thin, and then it's beautiful.
But too much is good.
Yeah. So maybe that was the problem when I had it.
Apparently less is more.
That is what I'm thinking. All right, so we're going to use, did we say rosemary? Is that what you said? Fallen age, we're going to use it. It's leftover yeast from beer manufacturing. Hi, Infernal Dante. I will just take the beer. That's what I'll go. If you called it leftover beermite, I might be more interested in it. So, hi, Narc Chunks. Welcome in. Hi, I'm glad you're there. All right, so we're going to do rosemary. I'm using dried rosemary, though. I'm not going to use... I'm not going to go out and cut fresh rosemary for this. I have like 2 big rosemary plants. I did finally cut one down that was like this tall, but it was like way out into the yard, and it was out of control, and then it was starting to interfere with the air conditioning unit, which in Texas you most definitely want to do. Because I had to have the air conditioning on today because it got up to 79 degrees. So it doesn't feel like Christmas weather here yet. In fact, I think it was only like 42 or 45 degrees, and I'm like, we're putting a fire in the fireplace. I'm sorry. I'm gonna crush this up. So, Aussie-mite. I've never heard of Aussie-mite.
Sounds like awesome.
So you think if you put cheese with the Vegemite, it would be salty? I guess it depends on what kind of cheese. Some cheese is more salty than others. All right. Okay. No. He's like laying out each one of those things flat on the paper towels over there, which is very thoughtful that he's so meticulous, but we just need to kind of pat him dry. You don't have to go layer by layer by layer. It's fine. Aussie Millionaire Vegemite. But we're going to change the name. Whoops. And make it mine. Oh, hey. You know what we don't want in our potatoes is probably Kerrygold paper. Or do you? My tip of the day. It doesn't... I don't even want to think about it. I mean, chomping into foil is not a good thing. Ugh. I mean, I guess. I like local products, if you can get local products. I try to buy, like a lot of things around here, gourmet-ish type things are made in Austin. Austin does a lot of like small batch stuff, and I love getting stuff from like Austin and Fredericksburg. All right, this is melted. Here, bring me my potatoes. Oh my goodness. They don't need to be this dry. Robbie really is over there I can't do anything with him because I need him in the bowl. So meticulous. Okay, that's perfect. We just want to get some of the moisture out of them. I turned you off. Stop. Yeah, I love the food in Austin. It's great. And the food in Fredericksburg is getting better. They're getting more restaurants there. I love German food, and I think the first German restaurant we went there was just okay. Maybe I'm spoiled because my grandmother and my mom made such amazing German food, but now there's a lot of good steakhouses and other good stuff there. Yeah, locally it's great, and it's usually fresher. It's better for the environment because it didn't take so long to get there. You know, all the excuses for why you pay extra for everything. So, all right, we'll put the rest of these in here. I'm going to put some salt and pepper on these babies, and then we're going to toss them in the butter, and then get them in the pan, and then get them in the oven. And you don't need to butter or anything this pan because there's going to be plenty of butter in there. salt. What am I doing? Salt. So hey, Kitch Monster, you guys gonna stream from the kitchen again? I haven't seen you guys in the kitchen, and I miss it. I loved hanging out with you guys in the kitchen. Of course, I was here and you were there with all your vacation. Oh, I'm so sorry that you had so many vacations you couldn't stream anymore. That's very sad. I can't wait to take lots and lots of, it's a first world problem. I was thinking of my first world problems earlier today too. Poor you. Exactly. I may put a little more salt on this after I get it in the pan, but we're gonna dump this butter on the potatoes here and kind of coat them. I say kind of a lot. We're gonna coat them. Not kind of, we're definitely gonna coat the potatoes. It's one of those things I got used to doing with these minimizers. Minimize what I'm saying. No more.
Well, I definitely patted them dry. I didn't kind of dry them.
Okay, thank you. So here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna kind of stack them in here like this. I'm guessing on the pan size since I went down to a third of a recipe. Because, I mean, Robbie and I won't even get close to eating all of this tonight.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah. So this isn't going to have any cream or anything in it, like a dauphinoise or a scalloped potato. It's just the butter. Yeah, see, I needed a whole lot more for this pan. That's probably why they called for 9 pounds of potatoes. So he likes to have challenges. So, all right, let's go. And I've got some of my Christmas decorations up. Probably every time you come here, there'll be more.
There's
more?
more?
I haven't done the railings for the stairs. I haven't done the sunroom yet.
No wonder there were so many boxes to get out of the attic.
You act as if you've never done this and you haven't been here. I do less than I used to. Okay. So for this size pan, which is probably around let's see here. Let's pick this up. It's about an 8 by 8. I probably would use, I used 3, but you probably could do 4 to 5 pounds of potatoes to fill out the whole pan. Because when you put them this way, they don't take up as much room. And now there's butter all over my hands.
So you have butter fingers.
I do have butter fingers. Okay, that was a good one. You finally.
Ooh, Dana approved
You
of mine.
finally.
It must have been good.
It must have been good because I approve. Most of the time I do this. But that was. It needs more butter. Are you sure? Sure. All right. Have fun at orchestra class. Well, I mean, I know driving your kids to orchestra class. Hey, before she goes, well, she's maybe gone now, but can we give a shout? Oh, you did do a shout out for Bravewood Beanery already. And she's just got a wonderful, if you love coffee, check her out on Mondays. And I think she goes on at 10 Pacific time, 11 Pacific time.
I think it's 11 Pacific.
11 Pacific, because I think I'm watching at 1
1
when I
Central,
watch.
2 o'clock
Yeah.
Eastern.
So give her a follow. She's new. She's been streaming now for about a month. So I'd like to give her some love. All right. So there we go. I'm going to stick this in the oven because it's at 400 degrees, and I'm actually going to remember to set a timer, but feel free to remind me to set timers because I'm really, really bad at that. But I'm setting it now. And I pressed all the right buttons, Robbie, on the first try.
You're getting better at this whole cooking thing.
I mean, I've only had the oven now 3 years. You think I would know how to do it? All right. So now what I'm going to do before I start working on the salmon, because the salmon's going to cook pretty quickly once we get that in the oven. This is going to take a while, and I am making fajitas tomorrow for the guest. And I will post. I'll try to remember to take some photos. But everybody yell at Robbie, Robbie, remember to take photos, because he's.
And just like that, it'll be my fault if it doesn't happen. I see what you did there.
No. Still mine. Still mine. Anyway, so I'm going to do both chicken and steak fajitas. I can't remember. My favorite sound. Robbie, photos. Thank you, Kitsch Monster. Did we always have a little shape coming up when the sounds came up on the screen?
When it works.
Oh, cool. It worked. I saw something new. I was like, woo. Okay, so I'm going to do chicken and steak fajitas, and they're going to go in 2 different kinds of marinades. So the steak is going to go into what is called a, hang on, I'm going to tell you what. You can see this book has been really, really well loved. I've had it for like 20 years. A long time. So this one is just a Tex-Mex marinade. You think I would remember? I couldn't remember if this was the cowboy or the Tex marinade. Thank you very much. Thank you. So this one, I like this one. It's got tequila and lime in it, so it gives the meat a really great flavor. And I'm going to start with the beef. And it is, I'm using, I think when I made some sort of steak tacos or fajita tacos, or maybe we made fajitas, I don't even remember anymore. Maybe you guys remember. Did I make fajitas? I think I did. You're being introduced to all the sounds here in Dana's kitchen. Skirt steak is what I usually use for fajitas, but I went to Central Market, and you'll appreciate this. Central Market is our very upscale grocery store. I was talking to the butcher, and he goes, steak skirt is getting too expensive. This is the store that for Thanksgiving had black truffles for $299 a pound, who carries Japanese Wagyu beef, sometimes, has all of this great aged beef, things that are like $30 a pound, seafood that's like, $50 a pound, and skirt steak is getting too expensive. So instead of using skirt steak, which is on the outside, this is flap steak, which is on the inside. And he assured me he thinks this is better for fajitas, so we're going to try it because, well, he didn't have skirt steak. So I really was out of options at that point. Because flank steak works fine in a pinch, but it's actually not my favorite for making fajitas. So the Tex-Mex marinade, I'm just going to make my marinade directly into a gallon bag, Ziploc bag. Less to clean up.
I like the sound of that.
Do you guys like fajitas? Because I love fajitas. First thing.
Wait, what?
Tequila.
What's happening right now?
Tequila.
Well, no wonder you like fajitas so much.
I think that one restaurant has them uses tequila and lime in their marinade too. I think that's why we like it. All right, so for the tequila, I need 1/3 cup of that. Wait a minute, I've got this right here. I don't know. What am I doing, Robbie?
Well, the bottle is nearly empty. So.
There's the other one that we brought back from New Mexico, though.
Well, I was just wondering if that was leading to you misplacing items.
Oh.
No?
I think you drink more tequila than I do.
This isn't about me, Dana.
Fajitas with no bell peppers. Do you like chicken, steak, shrimp, veggie? What kind of fajitas does everybody like? I need olive oil. Oh my, I think I might use this bottle up. There's not even enough in there. All right, more olive oil it is. Ooh, that was loud, sorry. Sorry, chat. That was loud on my ears, so I'm sure it was loud on yours. How do I have like 3 partial bottles of, I thought that was a new bottle, but it's not.
Not anymore.
Man. I hope I don't need too much olive oil for anything else. Chicken, no seafood. I'm not a huge seafood person on my fajitas either. I much prefer beef. That's my favorite, but I get chicken a lot just to be healthier. All right, half a cup of lime juice. And a lot of times I'll squeeze lime juice if I need a little bit of it, but if I need a lot of it, I get freshly squeezed lime juice from Central Market. You don't want to know how much they charge for that. I didn't want to know how much they charge for it, and now I know. Now I wonder if I should squeeze my limes.
Or she'll just have me do it.
Maybe. What a great idea. He's so smart. He should be doing that. All right, garlic. I should gather all my ingredients first, shouldn't I?
No mise en place today?
I didn't do any mise en place. So my plan for tomorrow is to do both chicken fajitas and these steak fajitas, and then also I may make pico de gallo tonight. I may not. We'll see. If nothing else, I'll make it in the morning because I do like the pico to sit a little bit and marinate, get all those yummy flavors. And I've got some cheese, and I'm going to make rice that's a cheesy rice with poblanos. So yummy. That goes in there. Are you excited about fajitas tomorrow?
I'm very excited.
Are you more excited about the fajitas than you are the salmon that we're making tonight?
Yes.
You are?
It's fajitas.
There's nothing like trapping your boyfriend in an answer that he can't win at.
Live on Twitch.
Live, in front of people.
I mean, I'm sure they'll both be delicious. Is that the right answer?
It's a cop-out.
But is it the right answer?
No, it's not.
Dang it.
If you like a lot of garlic, you could put more garlic in here if you want. Since you're not really going to be cooking with it, it's just marinating. Don't worry about like what size, because you're going to dump this marinade. You're not going to use it for anything else, like making a sauce. I started making these. I remember the first time I had fajitas, because I don't really recall fajitas being around, even though, so I'm from St. Louis, but we moved here. I'll back up, because you guys want a long, long story, don't you? Anyways, I was born in St. Louis, and when I was about 18 months old, we moved to Texas, because my dad got transferred to Anheuser-Busch in Houston, and we had lots of friends from church and sports. That's where the majority of our family friends came from. And I got a little stuff in there I don't want. And I remember going over to somebody's house when I was probably in 3rd or 4th grade, and they had these things called fajitas, and I had never heard the word before. And maybe they had them in restaurants, but we didn't go out to eat a lot. Because my mom was like, I can put a steak meal, steak, potatoes, veggie on the table for everybody for the same amount it would cost to go out to like McDonald's or Burger King. So if we went out, it was usually a special occasion. And very, very rarely did we have fast food, maybe twice a year. So it was weird to meet families that ate fast food all the time, had like ordered pizza and brought it home. Chinese food was really weird to me because we had like good, just Midwestern or German cooking, occasionally spaghetti. Okay, I'll put that over there because I may need that for the chicken, I'm not sure. All right, what else do I need in this? It's been a while. Cilantro.
Speaking of spaghetti,
Yes.
spaghetti tacos in a week, right?
Oh, yeah.
On the charity stream?
Yes. So next Tuesday, we're going to do a charity stream.
You mean Thursday?
Thursday. Yes, I do mean Thursday. Thank you for keeping me on my toes. Words, because it's tacos and it makes me want to say Tuesday.
No, you're reinventing it to Taco Thursday.
I know. I reinvented it. Taco Thursday. And I am going to make pork Kahlua tacos, and Robbie is going to make spaghetti tacos because a couple of you requested it in chat, and I'm not sure why. So we're going to try it. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. All right, so I'm going to chop up some cilantro here, and then I'm also going to need some oregano and cumin. And I could leave the stems on this. Oh, I think I got all my steps for today. I sure did.
Good job.
Thanks. I did not get all my steps in the 10-hour car ride to Albuquerque.
Either way.
Either way. And yes, if you were to pop into my kitchen and I did not know you were there, you would see me talking to my food and singing to myself. Maybe even dancing. Probably dancing more than talking.
You do like to dance in the kitchen.
I do. It's fine. There's room.
Sort of. It depends on the dancing.
What kind of dance do you think I do that I don't have room in the kitchen?
Ballroom dancing?
I mean, there's more space here than any place else. The foxtrot, you just need a lot of room. So while I am finishing this up, because I do think I made fajitas, because I remember talking about where the name fajitas came from. Because fajita means little strip, and the cowboys used to just wrap up strips of beef in tortillas, and they would call them fajitas. All right, here's some cilantro, cumin, and oregano. Is this the right oregano? No, that is. And cumin. I hope there's cumin in here. Oh, there it is. Good. So we're going to put about 1.5 teaspoons of cumin. Or more. I like cumin.
You sure do.
And then some oregano. And then the thing we really need to put in there is the meat. And
what part of the cow was that again instead of the skirt steak?
This is the flap steak. So it's kind of inside of the skirt steak. So skirt steak is nice because it's a real loose cut of meat. But he told me that this isn't quite as loose as a skirt steak, but it is, here, But if you can see, it kind of looks like a skirt steak. But this has more marbling in it, which is why he said it tastes better. So it's not quite as tender as that skirt steak is going to be. But I'm hoping that putting it in this marinade with the lime juice and everything, it'll actually be, and doing it 24 hours in advance, it should get pretty tender in and of itself. Questions, thoughts?
No.
No?
Sounds good.
All right, there we go. That'll be ready in 24 hours to go. Ish. You can do it just overnight if you want to. But I want to make sure.
You wanted it for breakfast?
Yes, if we wanted to make breakfast fajita tacos. And then just when you're marinating meat, just go in and turn it over every once in a while. All right, chicken. Chicken is the next one. I told you this was going to be a super exciting one where you get to see me prep for having people over. I got really good at planning dinners during the pandemic because I didn't have so much to do, so I got really used to it. Should you order food or eat? Have you had a lot of shapes already today? I guess that's the question. Because if you've had a lot of shapes, maybe save some for tomorrow. But if you haven't had a lot of shapes today and you don't feel like ordering food, this is what I tell people in therapy when they ask me, should I do this or should I do that? And I say, it's not my decision to make for you. All right, for this, I want to do a tropical kind of marinade that would go good with the shrimp or with chicken. But if you're doing something like shrimp, only marinate it for maybe 2 or 3 hours. You're on your second bag. How about if you order some food? So we need another bag. Dun, 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 dun. And this one, ooh, you know what I need you to do? I need you to go open up some red wine. Because I need red wine for this, I forgot.
So what kind of?
A dry red wine.
I'll have to see if we have any.
We don't even have enough spaces in our thing for all the wine we have. Woo! They have small ones. Red wine. Ooh, that was terrible.
What are you doing?
Red wine. Da, 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 da. Oh, okay. So, I've never seen them before. So it's an Australian thing.
And they are pretty small bags. Like snack size.
Okay, so how hungry are you? You're going to have like 4 bags of them to be full? I would want to save them for snacks, but that's me. All right, I'm putting 1.5 cups of pineapple juice in here. And then we're also going to put 1.5 cups of, this needs to go in here, 1.5 cups of red wine. Once Robbie finds one and opens it for me, we'll get the other stuff in here. I'm going to go pull stuff. I need brown sugar, onion, Worcestershire sauce, dry mustard, garlic. Let's use the Trader Joe's Cab Sav, because you know what? Let's only use a bottle that's $3. It's not bad. It's not bad. Woo! Dried mustard. What else did I say? Thyme. Do I have any? I don't have thyme seeds, but I have thyme powder, so we'll do that. I keep forgetting to get thyme at the grocery store. I need brown sugar, onion, Worcestershire sauce. You know, I usually have this stuff over in the corner. Oh my gosh, I don't even have white onions. I gotta go to the grocery store tomorrow. So Aladdin's Girl, you don't like bell peppers with your fajitas, but do you like onions? I know my words. He's helping me out with my words. I'm a professional word person.
That sounds like the fakest occupation I've ever heard.
I am a word person. Okay, let's see here. Thyme, and I need garlic. So we're gonna do, okay, let's get the wine in there first. Gracias. And I think after I do this, I'm gonna have him make a cocktail for us and make our gimlet. I haven't had one in a long time. So when I was little and we would have parties at the house, my mom would always say, tell everybody, it was the days of martinis, like late 60s, early 70s. And she would tell everybody they had to put their martinis up where I couldn't reach them. Otherwise, I was going to take all the olives out of them. Because apparently I did that as a toddler. So, yeah. So I like martinis. Yeah. Sub jalapenos for bell peppers. Ooh, I could do some jalapenos. I got a ton in the garden. So, call Morris Day. He could probably bring the time. He could. Jungle Love. I can't even think, because there's Christmas music going on, so trying to sing.
I can pause that for you real easily.
Or The Bird. Isn't that one of his songs? Or he did that all the time in Purple Rain.
I'd have to Google it.
Is that because you weren't born? No, you were born. You were just a toddler. Probably not drinking olives out of your parents' martinis.
Not quite yet, no.
You drink olives, you eat the olives out of your parents' martinis now?
No, not a lot of martinis at the house in the day.
This is true. He lives in the area, so yeah, well, that makes sense because you're up in Minnesota, right? All right, garlic, 2 cloves for this one. Which, if I only see 2 cloves, I usually add more, but this is a tropical thing, so I don't want it to be too garlicky. Okay, that did not work for me.
So you're showing some restraint with the garlic.
I am. I'm showing garlic restraint. That is what is happening today. So, yeah. So, that makes complete sense because I know that Prince was from around there too. And I think does this just call for crushed garlic? Yeah, it does. So I'm gonna take that and now this cutting board will smell like garlic for days.
It's a good thing we like garlic then.
Mm-hmm. We don't want that in our marinade. And look what else I remembered.
I know. I saw you've been using that.
How impressed are you?
More impressed than I should be.
All right, so for the onion, they want grated onion in there. Speaking of tropical, ooh. So what do you cook with green seasoning, Caribbean green seasoning? I'm not sure I know exactly what that is. Gotta use those pots. I mean, my youngest is 23 and goes through spurts where they like to cook and then spurts where they don't like to cook. And I love it when they get into cooking because then I get to teach them something. It's fun. A marinade for meats. What kind of flavors are in the green seasoning? Like, does it have like kind of an earthy, grassy flavor to it? All right, we want about 1.5 tablespoons of this in here. Which I would be, if I were making a sauce, I'd be a little more picky about it, but since it's a marinade, I'm not. Cilantro, pimento, ginger, green, and red pepper. Oh, that sounds awesome. That sounds awesome. Some of my favorite things, cilantro, ginger. I do like pimentos. I like pepper flavors in usually smaller amounts. doesn't feel like this is grating very much. There we go. But this should be enough soon. Garlic. Scotch bonnet pepper, so it's spicy. So it's a spicy marinade. It's a marinade. You don't have to eat the Scotch bonnet pepper, Robbie. That sounds awesome. Well, if you don't know what to do with all your what is it called? Green seasoning? You know, I'll take it. I'll cook with it. I love trying new flavors together. Whoop. Well, hey, I didn't make an onion fly across the room like Thanksgiving Eve. You don't want onion. It's onion.
No.
The dogs are around.
No onion for you.
While I'm grating this, maybe Robbie will show you what's happening with the dogs. You're missing some of the things in there. Oh, in the green green seasoning. I cannot even talk. I'm telling you.
I thought you were
Green
a word
onions.
person. What happened?
I am a word person. But for some reason, the word seasoning escapes me. Awesome. So what are you going to cook with it? Have you made up your mind yet? Your first thing? Okay, come on. Come on, onion. Get off of there. I think that's probably enough grated onion. If you don't have a little micro grater and you don't want to grate the onion, I'm sure that for this marinade, just dicing the onion is fine, because I'm pretty sure that's what I've done in the past. Stewed chicken, that's perfect for that. Oh my gosh, that'll be good. Stewed chicken. Ah.
The puppies are trying to figure out why the camera's not dispensing treats
Treats.
for them.
Yep. Here, put that in there. Okay, so now I've got some onion in there. I need some brown sugar. And I actually bought some new brown sugar, so this isn't even open yet. Oh, that wasn't good. My knives are not in their normal spot because there's a Christmas tree. By the way, guys, just so you know that if you're subbing in December, I've got little ornaments I'm putting on the tree that look like little spoons, and you'll have your name on it and how many months you have subscribed. If you gift them, it gets to be a red spoon. Okay, they're gonna fight over a bone. Can you see them fighting? I need 1/4 of a cup of brown sugar. Robbie asked me if I had enough to do for the stream today. I was like, yes, I got plenty. Grated onion, we need Worcestershire sauce. And how much of that do I need? About 1½ teaspoons. Whoops, that's probably a little more. I need some thyme. I don't want to put a ton in here because this is powder, so the powder is going to be stronger than the leaves are going to be. So I may actually measure that out so I don't put too much in there. This is an 1/8 of, oh no, it's a 1/4 teaspoon. So yeah, I'm going to put 1/2 teaspoon in rather than 1.5 teaspoons. And then dry mustard. We went like 3/4. My lovely measuring skills that my mother hated. Pepper. She used to go, "You're not measuring everything." If you ever watch Alton and Elizabeth, it was kind of like that. My mom was like, be very meticulous, measure everything, and I'm the one who's just like, la da 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 da, throw it in there. To burn some sugar, you need to burn sugar? So I'm using this will be nice when I cook them up. They were already flattened and kind of cut into these little cutlets for me. And I am using, believe it or not, I'm just using chicken breast for this, which is very unusual. All right, wash my hands. And since it's chicken, you know, when you guys aren't here, I hum that in my head or out loud. Dogs look at me. They're like, what are you doing?
I wonder what you're doing.
It's fine. I don't care. You can do that. Bugs Kenji. I don't know if it bugs him or not. Probably. I do have Kenji's book. It's the one that's actually on my book holder in my kitchen, because I do refer back to that sometimes when I'm doing something I haven't done in a while, like poaching an egg or something that I don't do very often. I always just remind myself. All right, there we go. I probably could have put 2 pounds of chicken in that. So I probably could have done half a recipe. So actually, this is 2 pounds of chicken. I probably could have put about 4 pounds of chicken in that. But I don't think we need 4 pounds of chicken.
That's a lot of chicken.
I don't think we need 4 pounds of chicken, do you?
Probably not. Not if there's also steak.
Yeah, there's steak. Definitely steak. I think it's cocktail time. That's what I'm feeling. Is anybody else feeling like it's cocktail time? Was it cocktail time like 30 minutes ago? An hour ago? That's what I'm feeling.
Well, how far past 5 o'clock are you? That's your answer.
An hour and 2 minutes. I hope it sticks in your head all night long, just for you. 2 hours past 5 here. Okay, so see, look, we're 2 hours and 5 minutes past because Neo Mechasonic says it's 2 hours past.
Well, we will get right on it then.
And I'll go dump this while he starts making it. Okay, so like I said, we are making a French Vodka Gimlet. And there's lots of different recipes out there when you're making gimlets. And the traditional one is made with gin. Gin, lime juice, simple syrup, or gin and Rose's lime stuff. But I find that the Rose's lime syrup makes it too sweet. The Frenches, we're taking out the simple syrup.
Nice.
Yes, and we're using, this is the generic brand for those of us who are watching our budget, of elderflower liqueur. Here in the States, we say Saint Germain a lot, but it's really a French word, so it should be Saint Germain is the name of the liqueur that would traditionally go in a French gimlet. We're making it with vodka. We're making it with vodka because Robbie doesn't really like gin.
Is that in the name?
Is it in the name? If you guys missed it, when we were cooking the day before Thanksgiving, Robbie was going to make a tequila sunrise and asked me if that had vodka in it, and he was serious. And then it took him a full another 90 seconds before he realized that tequila was in the name of the drink.
I have my moments.
So, anyway. So he doesn't really like gin, so we're going to do a vodka gimlet, but you can do it with a gin, and then it'll have more of that botanical flavor to it. The vodka will be a little bit more neutral. Did you get the lime juice out?
I did not.
Would you like to tell them what's going in there?
So I've already done the vodka. This is 2 ounces. You already said how much, right?
Nope.
2 ounces vodka, 1.5 ounces of this.
Elderflower liqueur.
Yeah, that one. And then a 1/2 ounce of the lime juice.
There you go.
And that's it for this one.
I made it
Not
simple.
that I'm near a mic.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I walk away so nobody can hear you now? Hang on. I want to do something with my potatoes here because I wasn't using the whole thing, so a lot of the butter's on the other side of the pan, and I kind of want to tilt it and get it back to the right side. So it's under the potatoes. Okay. Would you like to speak now? What did I do?
You didn't do anything.
Okay.
And there's the half ounce of lime juice. I doubled everything for the 2 drinks. That's the recipe.
Mm-hmm.
2 ounces vodka, 1.5 ounces of the French thing.
Elderflower liqueur. Saint-Jovan.
And a half ounce of fresh lime juice.
So one of us, actually both of us took French. So
3 years of it. 3 years. And I know like 10 words.
What are your 10 words that you know in French?
1, 2, 3.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All
There
right.
we go. There's 10.
What about please?
Thank you.
Nope. Please
S'il
is
vous
different.
plaît, if
Okay.
you please. Yes, yes. I do know more than 10, but not nearly enough for 3 years. You really do lose it if you don't use it. I forgot a screen.
Okay. Typically, these are served in coupes. You could do it in a Nick and Nora or just a generic glass, but it's usually served in a stemmed glass if you're doing it up. Some people like to do these on the rocks, and then you would put it in a rocks glass. And then you would garnish it with a lime. However, I for once, do not have any limes in the house, and that is weird because I almost always have limes for cocktails. Woohoo! All right, can I taste mine?
Yes.
I love vodka gimlets. And I love this. Cheers. It reminds me a little of the cocktail Kelsey made for me called the Bijon Frisé. Except that had grapefruit juice in it too. But it kind of has that same...
Yeah, I like this a
Same
lot
too.
better. If it had gin,
It just has like a botanical flavor to it. But again, I respect the fact that you don't like gin. Not everybody has to like everything. So, a slideshow, but the drinks look great.
Speaking of
Thank
Kelsey.
you. There's Kelsey. Not good reception. Where are you that you're not getting good reception? If you can hear. Maybe Robbie will type that to her. Hey, Kelsey, where are you watching from that you don't have good reception if it's a slideshow? So, it is Mito Mom. So she will be, so she is going to be hopefully doing cookies with us on the 12th. That's the plan at the moment, unless things change for her. And then she'll be here Christmas Eve. So we'll be streaming on the 23rd. And she and I will be prepping for our Christmas Eve feast right here live in my kitchen. And I'm so excited. I can't wait for her to come here and be here for a few days. And we're not trying to move her into an apartment. So, hi, little Miss Nikki. How are you? You want cookies? Join us on the 12th. Join us a week from Sunday. We'll be doing cookies. I'm so glad that you're here, little Miss Nikki. If you guys are not following her, you need to follow her. She's a fellow person here in North Texas who first of all, she has dogs. Because I know Chat comes here for the dogs and for occasionally seeing Kelsey's bird and dogs. And the cutest little kid, and cooks and fun. It's fun, especially lots of stuff going on, lots of stuff. So wonderful food. So good to see you too. You know what? While you're here and you said cookies, let's go Texas. We have a lot of streamers up here in North Texas. It's fun. Let's do a cookie survey. So I'm going to do the salmon in a minute. But I want you guys to pick one of these 3 cookies, and I'm going to describe them to you, okay? One is called a sweetheart cookie. It has kind of like I didn't see anything. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for the bits. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you, Miss Nikki. We're going to be doing, I'm not...
Lil_Miss_Nikki cheered.
Yeah.
X100.
The computer's a little behind. But thank you so much. Thank you for the bits. So, all right, so 3 different cookies. One's called a sweetheart cookie. It's kind of a real tender, flaky cookie almost. It has jelly, black raspberry jelly in the middle of it, and then it's covered in powdered sugar. That's one. Cinnamon thumbs, and Robbie's going to write this down as he tries to make a survey. Are you doing that?
I'm trying.
He's trying. Does anybody remember, do you remember the command for it? What's the command for doing a survey? Does anybody know off the top of their head?
I think it's poll.
Yeah, I think it's /poll or something like that. And then there's cinnamon thumbs. These are also pretty tender cookies, and they're covered in cinnamon and sugar, so it's pretty simple. That's Robbie's favorite. And then the holiday sparklers, which are kind of a harder cookie, and they've got chocolate chips in the middle, and then they've got colored sugar on the top of them. So we'll do a poll here and see which one of those you guys are going to pick. I'm also going to put 3 on Discord, so those of you on the Discord can vote on a cookie in Discord. So /poll choice 1, choice 2 is what Neo Mechasonic says. /poll. So,
What were the 2 options again?
3. There's 3 options.
3 options.
3 options. The sweetheart cookies, cinnamon thumbs, and holiday sparklers. Fallon's got it. You got all 3 of those? Awesome. So which cookie is your choice, is chat's choice for me to make? We're going to probably make, I know we're going to make at least 3 cookies, maybe 4 or 5. We'll see what I come up with. So thank you, Fallon. Thank you so much. So while we got that poll up, I don't know if I can see. I see it says which cookie, but I don't. Oh, you know why? Because it doesn't have. Shouldn't I see the drop down and see what the? Okay, I don't need to see it. All right. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, we're gonna make some salmon. Parmesan crusted salmon. So let me get all the ingredients together and let's do the mise en place for this. I'm going to need salmon and Dijon mustard. I've got the salmon. Dijon. Where did I put mustard? It should be right here. Here it is. I did clean out my fridge, so I should know where everything is in the fridge. I need panko breadcrumbs. I'm using gluten-free ones. I will tell you my favorite. I cannot tell the difference between regular panko and these gluten-free ones are Aaliyah's breadcrumbs. Those are my favorite. They do not pay me to say that. Nobody pays me to say anything, so.
Not yet, anyway.
Not yet. I need some Parmesan grated.
And the winner is...
Yes?
The sweetheart cookie.
Sweetheart cookies. Kelsey will be excited. Those are her favorite. So, yay, you picked Kelsey's favorite cookie. She'll be very, very... You're going to still get holiday sparklers, Joyce, when you come over. We'll still make those. We're just talking about the ones we're going to make on the stream. So, sweetheart for the win. Awesome.
I'll write that down.
Robbie's least favorite to make, but it's fine.
I've gotten pretty good at it, actually.
That's why you do it.
I've got a process now.
Well, and you do it because you're so good at that. You're much better at it than I am. Butter, Parmesan, parsley, dill. I've got some parsley here. We'll set that over there for now. Hopefully I don't forget about it. Dill. Where did I put the dill? Aha. I was in a hurry. Do you know I did my grocery shopping in 22 minutes at Central Market today?
No.
Yeah. So.
Your fridge is yelling at you.
Stop yelling at me. At least it's not throwing ice at me. I'll take that.
It hasn't done that in a while.
Not on the air, it hasn't.
Oh.
You know, As long as your mom gets the holiday sparkler, she doesn't care if I make it on the stream or not. A lemon, salt, pepper. So let's get all that started. And since we're using lemon zest, let me wash this lemon real quick. My lemons are getting a little old too. Robbie was amazed. He was like, wait, there's room in the refrigerator. So I know, Dill, isn't that awesome? Yay. Oh, hi, Darth. Welcome in. Darth's another one of our streamers here on Twitch that does food and beverage and stuff. So if you have not checked out Darth, you need to go check Darth out. Mate, how did your ravioli lasagna come out? Made ravioli lasagna today. I think little Miss Nikki, I think you were making meatballs or subs, or I'm trying to remember if that was today, yesterday. Oh, you got in trouble for putting out too many hearts. I'm so sorry. That would have been that's not the moderator didn't do that. That's the bot. We probably need to change the bot settings. That was happening to me and all I was doing was writing words but apparently I posted too many things too fast in somebody else's and they were like, wait a minute, where's Dana? What was Dana saying? And every time I tried to say something, gone.
You look like a troublemaker to me.
I think that's what it was. The bot goes, I can see her. She looks like she might be in trouble. You had 2 servings? Of course you had 2 servings because, it's lasagna. Anybody here have only 1 serving of lasagna? Not me.
Certainly not me.
Yeah. All right. I've already taken the salmon out of the fridge. Preheat the oven to 390. Okay. I'll go do that. The upper oven to 390, which is an odd number as far as I'm concerned. So, yeah, we have problems with the bots every once in a while. You're a troublemaker? I haven't seen you be too much trouble. You're dancing in the kitchen.
You like that Buc-ee's emote?
Like that? Oh, I love the Buc-ee's emote. Okay, where's the Buc-ee's emote? Where do you get that one? There's one right down the street now. It's only about 4 miles away. 4 or 5. Hey, this is in my way. You drew that? That's awesome. You're very talented. I have to steal things from the internet.
No, you don't steal anything.
Well, I use free clip art stuff and use that.
That's not stealing. Or I make them.
Or Robbie makes them. Or we have the one with Rocky looking over at the food. That was made by one of our fellow followers. So
And there might be more on the way.
And we're working on more. We're working on kind of having a set of everything. It's just been a little slow because I'm slow to answer and
yes,
life.
Nikki, I was there for that. That was pretty funny.
Yeah. I was sorry we missed Rusty when he was here in town. Okay. Spread panko on a baking tray. Spread generously with oil and then bake. I've never made this salmon before, if that's not apparent yet.
What could go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? So we're going to spray this pan, as this is what it's telling me to do, so that's what we're going to do. My cameraman takes care of me over here. One of Robbie's many jobs. And we're going to toast that in the oven, apparently. I don't think I've ever had to do this before, other than with, I guess, macaroni topping. But why does it have to go in the oven? Why can I not do this on a pan on the stove?
I don't know. I would just follow the directions, but that's me.
Yeah.
Because the answer might only be obvious once you don't do that.
Let me read through. It's been a while since, it's been a hot minute. Oil bake for 5 minutes. Scrape into a bowl immediately.
But if you ruin the fish and we have to have the fajitas early, I mean, I guess we got to do what we got to do.
Yeah. I mean, if you're willing to wait for dinner until tomorrow, Robbie. All right, into the oven. I'm going to put it in the other one that's already hot. I'll put the timer on for 3 minutes. Oh, that's not the timer. Do you remember what the timer was on? Because I turned it off.
No.
Okay, cool.
Less than an hour. Is that helpful?
No.
Here, I'll show you guys the rest of it real quick.
What are you showing? Oh. What, Christmas decorations?
Mm-hmm.
We're getting there.
And then there's
The tree is done, except for I had to unplug the star in order to plug in the light.
So we'll just put it back over here.
Yeah. I have a 9-foot Christmas tree. And I only used, like Robbie was like, there's so many ornaments. And I'm like, I've not even taken like 20% of them out of the box to put on there. So, yeah, this is not the best job, but it works. It works. It's one of those things where you're like, you have a good idea and then you're just tired. So you stop doing it. All right, while that's going, we'll get another bowl out.
Without breaking the lights. It's
Without breaking the lights, that is it is a little challenging.
Yeah, putting dishes away last night was different.
All right, so what do I need? I need some butter. How much butter am I supposed to put in this? 2 tablespoons melted. That I will put in the microwave. So I'm sorry you don't get to watch me melt butter on the stove. We'll do that in the microwave. I did almost just cut myself there, Robbie, because I am a menace to myself. In my mug that says, in my defense, I was left unsupervised. Which I got because I supervise new therapists and student therapists. Which is pretty scary, isn't it? That I supervise new therapists. Wait a minute, what? You didn't tell me. Ceramic light Christmas trees to have in the stream. Oh, I know, those are really cool. That would be fun. More lights. There are going to be more lights. They're not even all on. Like over the mantle there are lights, and by the nativity scene there are lights, and yeah. There's some in the dining room. Don't worry, it's just the butter. It's all good. So let's see here. Butter knife thin coating, sprinkle crumb all over. So we're gonna make this crumb thing here with the butter. And this is a really big bowl. I don't really need a bowl this big, so let's get a small. Once you read the recipe all the way through.
I feel like we've talked about
Right,
that
Darth?
before.
We got to read the recipe all the way through to know what we're doing.
You didn't know the assignment?
Thank you, thank you. I love decorating for Christmas. I just haven't had time yet to do it as much as I would like. Like Robbie and I feel like we're behind Robbie because we don't even have lights outside yet.
Well, Otis didn't help this week.
Oh, yeah. So, that's something. So, earlier this week, Rocky had knocked down some of the clips that I was using to hang the lights in the kitchen. And so I picked them all up, I thought. And once, you need to make me another one of these since you stole mine. And how much of this did I need? 0.67 cups. I'm going to take that as meaning 2/3 of a cup-ish. So Otis started pawing at his mouth, and then he had like blood on his paws. And we had to take him to the emergency room one night, and we were there for 3 hours, and they had to sedate him, and he had a little piece of plastic stuck in his teeth in the back of his mouth. So he's fine, but yeah. So that was one of the nights we were supposed to be decorating, but instead we were in the emergency room. So, yeah, I did notice.
Puppies.
I did notice. The other thing I want to do is I've got, so this was, and then we need to put Parmesan in here, which I haven't done yet. Where's my Parmesan? And I gotta really quick clean my grater here because it has onion all over it. So yeah, so Robbie came home and was like a fine-tooth comb, was looking for all the plastic that might be on the floor so that Otis, because like, you know, I know that plastic looks like it's yummy.
Apparently, until it's not.
Until it costs you $350 at the emergency room. But the important thing is he's okay. All right, let's get some fresh grated Parmesan in here. And you can buy the store-bought Parmesan. It's just not going to melt the same way because it has things like additives in the already shredded Parmesan, unless it's fresh shredded by like the store. It has additives in it to keep it from melting and sticking together while it's in the jar or container that you're buying it in. But when I had kids and I was running around like a crazy person, I used shortcuts like that all of the time. All right, so that's going to be going on the outside of our salmon. And I'm going to get another, she says, now use that cookie sheet and put foil on it. Why not put foil on it before you get it all dirty? That doesn't even make sense to me. This is why you don't always follow the directions, Robbie, because sometimes you look at the directions and you're like, I don't get it. Sorry, that was probably loud in your ear, chat.
I just make the beverages.
You just make beverages?
Yeah.
Would everybody yell if, like, the screaming goat or something?
If you wouldn't drink it so fast, I wouldn't have to make more.
I'm going to say Robbie likes this drink. I'm not sure. Okay. And then what we're going to do, where did I put the salmon? It's around here somewhere.
It's right here.
Ah, thank you.
How much have you had, dear?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Well, by my math, you're on at least your second.
Unlikely. So I don't want to get that. I'm going to stick this on here because the first thing I need to do, no, wash my hands real quick, is get some Dijon on the salmon, and then the crust will stick to the salmon via the mustard.
So the not so healthy salmon.
For the not so healthy salmon, exactly.
I can get on board with that.
But you get all the nutrients. I mean, like salmon has so many good things in it for you. So you get the nutrients from the salmon still. It's not like health food. Which is my favorite way of eating fish, not as a healthy dish. So sorry, Aladdin's girl, I know you can't have any of the salmon. Because the fish doesn't like you. The fish took a long time for me to get acclimated to because we just never ate it growing up.
Yeah, we definitely didn't have it very often. More during Lent. But that's really all I can remember.
I always cracked up because when I worked at McDonald's and first 1 year, not even the whole year, and people would come in and get the fillet of fish. And it's like, well, that's not really healthy.
It's what Dragon Masters eat.
Dragon Masters eat fillet of
If
fish.
anyone gets that reference.
I do not. Is it from Stranger Things?
No, it's way older than that.
Okay. Oh, does anybody get that reference? Don't leave Robbie hanging here. So, are you on tomorrow, Darth? Did anybody give him a shout out, by the way? Did anybody give
Yes.
Darth Verbaka? Okay. So, I want to make sure that we get a shout out. And you're going to be doing a 12-hour stream on Saturday. Is that correct?
Yeah, are you ready for that?
And what are you cooking Saturday? And I believe it was 8 to 8 was the final answer. But where are you? Are you in Michigan? Michigan time zone? You're not ready.
Yeah, Dana did 5.5 before Thanksgiving, and that felt like a
Oh my
long
gosh.
time.
I was so tired.
I can't even imagine 12.
If we hit our sub goal this month of 100, I will do an additional stream. I'll do a 6-hour stream, but I can't do Ohio. Okay, you're in Ohio. So you will be, if it's 8 to 8 your time, that would be 7 to 7 my time, right?
Because Ohio is East Coast?
Are you East Coast or Central?
It's close enough that I'm not sure.
Me either. Now
I mean,
this,
we were just up there a month and a half ago.
we were.
But we kind of drove through that state pretty quick.
I think we were in it for like 10 minutes.
A little longer. 3 or 4
It's
hours.
7:30 right now. Okay, so yeah, you're an hour ahead. You're Eastern time. Okay. All right. So look at that. Doesn't that look pretty? Doesn't that look
Focus,
pretty
camera. There we go.
There we go. Okay. So I'm going to put that in the oven at 390 degrees. And I think this said 30 minutes, but I'm actually going to check it in probably 20. And I'm going to take the potatoes out. Oh, I hit the wrong button, Robbie.
Yeah, how'd your other timer work out?
Which one?
The one that you guessed on.
Well, we'll see, because I'm going to take the potatoes out now. All right. I'm so glad you guys didn't have to see that.
It was so graceful.
I know. So this is what those potatoes are going to look like. I'm going to take this butter and spoon it over the top of the potatoes because we don't want to waste butter. Don't want to waste it. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the salmon. We're going to make a lemon cream sauce here in a minute. But I want to get some poblano peppers in the oven to roast for tomorrow for the rice dish because it's white, the rice, the cheddar. Oh my goodness, I'm just randomly throwing out words there. I'm supposed to say all those words, but not in that order. So let's try to put them in the order that maybe it makes more sense to you. I'm going to be making a rice dish that has white cheddar and roasted poblanos in it. So I'm going to get the poblanos roasted tonight. So I don't have to do that tomorrow and the house doesn't smell like roasting peppers. I want it to smell like the heat of meat. All right.
So I'm going to walk in the door
So
and
those
just
are the
be
potatoes.
hungry?
Exactly. That's exactly what's going to happen.
Okay.
I'm going to taste one of these potatoes.
Maybe I'll tell them to show up early.
That's good. I mean, probably need, it may need a little more salt, but I'll let you see if you want more on there. Peppers. I have to stop and think for a second. All I'm going to do is I've got my poblano peppers here. If it were hatch chili season, I would use those specific peppers. Look at this mess I'm over here.
Oh, and your drink was in the way.
I know, well, all right. Cheers, everybody. I think I even have a, you have it, because we have Darth's Cheers emote. All right, I'm gonna get that out of the way because I will spill it. And all I'm gonna do is coat these in oil and then put them in the oven until they look like they're a little charred, because then I can take them out. So I don't know how long that's gonna take. We'll see. Maybe you get to see him. He's looking. Do you need me to turn that towards you?
No.
Okay. Getting this big monitor attached to the countertop was one of the best ideas we had, because I can see you guys. Love seeing your faces and chat with you. So I'm gonna put those in the 400-degree oven, and I'll just check them every once in a while. And my shirt's coming untucked. What is happening to me? I really want this pan, so I'm gonna wash it real quick. Look, Robbie, I'm washing dishes in the middle of a stream.
I appreciate that.
This is the third one. I think it's the third one, if you count the cutting board. All right. Trash. I'm getting better at cleaning up after myself. Do you guys remember the first ones where it was just mounds of stuff here and mounds of stuff over there? I hope Robbie appreciates it.
I do.
Maybe he misses it because he doesn't get to wash as many dishes.
Which one is it?
I can't see from here. Hey Darth, can you show your Cheers emote so that Robbie can see what it looks like?
There we go.
Did you find it? Yay! So that I can do this. Cheers to you. Anybody else got a cocktail?
I do.
Well, I know what you're drinking, and it's actually your cocktail right now and not my cocktail.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, next, let's make us some sauce. Let's make that. Okay, so I need not very much butter. I'm gonna do a couple tablespoons of butter. And stick it in here. See, look at that. Did you see me almost put my finger right through the blade? Or the blade through my finger? I bet the blade would win that battle.
I'm pretty sure the blade would win. Let's not test it, though.
Okay. If you insist. If you insist on me not cutting my finger.
Let's go ahead and err on the side of caution.
We need a shallot. See, I thought I had all the ingredients for this, but I didn't quite. And it wants a little, about a tablespoon and a half-ish. Oh, look at that. I just cut that wrong, but that's okay.
I thought
I'll
you were a
make it work.
professional streamer. What's going on right now? Well, if that's your argument, how can I argue against it?
I just cut the back off, so it's gonna be just a tad harder to chop up here.
You're just reenacting some of the worst cooks.
Could be.
I forget the guy's name that just seemed to never be able to get it right.
There's that one guy with the onion.
Yeah.
That was always cutting it the wrong way.
And I just kept thinking, if I was on the show, that would be me.
I don't think it would be. But since I did, it's not mincing the way I want. So we're just going to do this. Don't tell Chef Ann that my cuts are wildly crazy.
Oh, she knows. She always knows.
I am excited that Alton Brown announced that he is going to be doing he's going to be streaming a show that's going to be a lot like Good Eats, because that was one of my favorite shows to watch, because I'm kind of geeky, so I like to know a lot about food, like the history and all that good stuff, and the science behind it. So I need the shallot. Yeah, what?
It was good to see him back online. We hadn't seen him in a while.
So I also need white wine. Would you like to go get some white wine?
Does it matter which type of white wine?
Dry, so don't get like the Gewürztraminer.
I'll be back. Handle that while I'm gone.
I'm not going, because if I go, my drink will disappear again. I'm fairly sure of that. White wine spritzer, a new record. All right. Yeah, no. All right, so I need that. He's getting that. I need heavy cream, because this is a cream sauce. And I know I've got cream in here somewhere. Here we go. So I've got that. And what else do we need in here? Dijon. Oh, I put it away, didn't I? I sure did, and I still need it. Nope, I didn't. Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. Shh, don't tell him that it was right in front of me, because you know what he'll do. We need lemon juice, pepper, we need dill, and parsley. Oh, I forgot to put the lemon zest on the Parmesan crust. That's fine. We'll put it in this. Because, again, see, Darth, I'm not following all the directions here. But don't tell... But don't tell Robbie.
All right, we'll have to go back and watch. So was this the one you said no to?
Yes.
This is the only white wine. There's some blushes.
No, the blush won't work. That's the only white wine. How did we end up with only that?
I don't know.
I know, that's weird.
I'm just the messenger.
Somebody, directions or more guidelines. I agree. My mother would completely disagree, but that's why I used to drive her nuts. She'd be like, Dana, what are you doing? All right, I guess we're going to be using a sweet white wine because I don't have a dry white wine.
I mean,
Who knew?
I could run to the store,
I've
but
got like,
it'd be a minute.
I don't even know how many bottles of red wine we have. And there's like 4 bottles
Close to 30?
And there's like 4 bottles of white wine in there, and they're all going to be the sweet stuff like the Moscatos and stuff that like your sister drank and your...
Well, this is only white at all. There's
a lot of
2
rosés.
or 3 rosés.
Yeah.
So I'm not heading to the store?
No, I'll
Okay,
just
good.
use that. Just open that one. We'll use it. It's going to still be amazing. I like your enthusiasm and your positive attitude, and I'm going to
More of that.
I'm going to adopt it as my own. I mean, because that's just what the kitchen is, right? That's what happens in the kitchen. So I need that. I'm going to put some Parmesan in there. I need some parsley that I've already got out because it's on the other side of my cilantro. So we'll put that in the sauce because I think that was also supposed to be in the... You know what the problem is that in the ingredient list, right here, it has those things in the ingredient list, but it didn't list it in the directions. So, live and learn. It's been one of those days where I was like, am I even going to make the stream today?
One bottle of sweet white wine.
All right, what's it going to tell me? Meet that blah, 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 move the shallots. That's what I thought. Okay. We'll add all of that stuff last. I need to cut some dill up and the parsley. See, Robbie, I had enough to do. He's not saying anything. Is he making himself? He's making himself another drink. Ow! At least he didn't steal mine this time.
You're welcome.
Sometimes, so when he says, Dan, I think you've already had 2 drinks. And I'll be like, pretty sure I haven't. We need some dill chopped up. And how much dill did it want me to have? Maybe a little bit more than this. Because dill is awesome, especially fresh dill. That's the best.
So what did I miss while I was away?
Nothing? Nothing at all. And then I need, obviously this is a new recipe because I'm going back and forth on it. I'm going to need some lemon juice, a little bit of sugar. Who knew?
Why does it need sugar?
I don't know. I don't know that it needs sugar. Oh, it's starting to smell like peppers in here. Can you smell the peppers?
Peppers are good. Why is there sugar needed?
For the sauce. That's what it says.
Interesting.
Not a lot, just a little bit. It's just like, I don't even know, it's like such a little amount. It's like 1/3 of a teaspoon.
Aladdin's girl did order delivery.
You did? What did you order? What are you eating tonight? Come on, melt. Look, I also didn't touch the hot pot, or the hot baking dish. Where's my drink?
I didn't touch it.
I'm cool. It's all good. All right, you can see that that's melted. We're gonna put some shallots in there. And I don't think I need all of these shallots. So we're not gonna put them all in there. Oh, I'm using that.
Who are we shushing?
Me, myself. Because I'm talking out loud. So I'm gonna let these cook for a couple of minutes to soften up a little bit. Because we don't want raw shallots. That wouldn't be very good in the sauce. And how much wine am I putting in there? 0.83 cup. This is the weirdest thing. Somebody must have gone from metric to American weird
really
measuring.
Random numbers.
Because the numbers are weird. 0.83 cups of white wine. 0.83 cups. Is that 3/4 of a cup? No,
It's
it's
probably
not.
like
It's more than that. It's
so
almost
many
a cup.
milliliters or something like that.
Yeah. Somebody used their Googling skills. Denny's country fried shake with red skin potatoes and rice, double chocolate pancake puppies. Wow. Is that all for you, or are you sharing
That
it?
sounds like enough to share with me.
With you?
Dana's not hungry. Don't worry about her.
I got some salmon going here. I'm good. All right. So we're going to do more than 3/4 of a cup, but not a cup. Because I don't really know how to measure 0.83 cups. I mean, we could convert it online to milliliters.
Or weigh it or something.
It doesn't have a weight thing on there.
Aladdin's girl said they might share. Awesome.
It's even weird in metric? Okay. So I have no idea what they're doing. 0.83 cups. Let's see. See note 5.
196 milliliters. Weird.
Note 5. Let's see what note 5 says. Or fish stock or broth or chicken. Oh, well, if I'd known that, I could have used that because that I got. Like, okay, thanks for coming by, Darth. I appreciate you. All the love in the world. Cheers. See you later.
Good luck on Saturday.
Yes, good luck. I will definitely tune in when I'm not at work. And check out what you're doing. I mean, they're giving you weird measurements, but they're acting like shallots are many onions. You're going to be awesome. It's going to be great, and it's going to be awesome. I know, because I watch it all the time, and even when you don't know what you're doing, it's so much fun. And I'm only saying that, chat, because one of his things was one of the titles of one of his recent broadcasts was I have no idea what I'm doing.
And yet,
At night, and even though I knew that, I said, "What are you doing?" Because I don't know. If you're still there, Darth, good night, and tell Miss Sarah good night and hello and good night for me. Maybe not in that order. Maybe hello and then good night, good night. I don't know. Long day, long week. Next week will not be quite as long for me, so hopefully I'll have my G-rated word stuff together. Since I'm family friendly. Here. I'm family friendly here. And I'm family friendly when I need to be family friendly. Okay, so what I'm doing is I put the wine in there and I'm going to let some of it boil off so that we get some of the flavor from the wine. And it's not that I'm against sweet wines. Growing up with my grandfather, it was German. We actually drank a lot of Gewürztraminer growing up. And yes, we had it at the table even when I was little. And I'd get little taster cups of wine. I just don't drink it very often anymore. So what am I going to do here? Aw, thanks for the gift sub. That's very sweet. You're in the group, Elser. I know. I tell that. I actually tell that to my supervisees a lot of times that are therapists, and I'm like, they don't really know that is not, like, they'll get upset that something isn't, say, solution focused, which is a model of therapy, and I'm like, they don't even know what solution focused is most likely. So you're good. Fake it till you make it. But that's the funny thing about streaming. Like, if you're doing something where you get to paste it all together and make it look pretty, you can take out all the parts where you go, whoops, you know. Do you want to check? I think those peppers are pretty good too. Oh, that salmon's definitely done. We're gonna pull the salmon out while I finish up the sauce here. Put that over there. I hear you. Goodness gracious. I'm also going to pull my peppers out. But look at this. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? I can see. I'm hoping it's not overdone because I really don't like overdone salmon. So after I'm done doing this, I cooked that for the time it told me to. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. I think we're reduced by about half here on our wine. So we're going to turn this down. And honestly, all the stuff it's telling me to do, I usually, when I add cream in, I actually take it off the heat so that the cream doesn't curdle. So this one's a cup of cream, which is a lot. This is heavy cream. And I'm hoping it doesn't curdle, so let's see.
Is this where a double boiler might be helpful?
I don't know that would really help this too much. Heating up your cream can help keep it from curdling because then you're not putting something cold into something hot. Or breaking the sauce. Yum. All right, let's go. But I am probably going to have to heat this back up because I am going to need to reduce it down a little bit. And then I'm gonna put some dill in there. And I'm gonna put some parsley in there. We're gonna put some lemon juice in there. And I'm doing this so the seeds don't fall in the sauce. Because I don't think anybody wants seeds in their sauce, but I probably don't need to add a ton of juice because I put the zest in there. I think I may have accidentally got a seed in there anyway.
Well, how did that happen?
I know. Because it does. It happens. So while that's heating up a little bit, I'm going to clean up over here so that we can have a pretty presentation after all this work. But the cool part was the salmon was on sale today. So I did love that. I'm going to put just a little bit of Parmesan in here too. Put that over there. And yes, I'm talking to myself. What about it?
I don't think you're talking to yourself. You're on camera.
And then it said it needed some Dijon in there too, right? So I'll put a little Dijon in there. That was a lot.
That was a lot.
It's yummy. It's going to be delicious. Right? Right? It's going to be delicious.
I'm sure it will be. Question mark?
It just needs to reduce down a little bit. We're getting there. Now, since there's cream in here, I don't really want to bring it to a boil. What are you looking at? You're looking quizzically at stuff. What? What? Are you looking at the Parmesan that's sitting on the cutting board that
I am just ready to enjoy the salmon.
He's hungry. That's what it is. We never did get him his meatballs, did we?
That's my fault. I could have grabbed them.
You can take those tomorrow, or do you still have?
Yeah, I've still
Turkey
got
pot pie.
some mushrooms and pizza and.
Okay. So one of the things that we did with that leftover turkey stuff we put on the waffles is the next night I stuck that in a cast iron saucier and put it in the oven with a pastry crust on the top. So we kind of made a turkey pot pie.
And it
which
was
was
delicious.
Good. It was good.
It was what, leftovers?
It was leftovers, exactly. I don't need that. I do need this. And I'm trying to find a plate or something. Oh, actually, I've got this other one. Hang on. Sorry, chat. I'm trying really, really hard. It's taking me a minute because I'm trying really hard not to be noisy. Or too noisy. Because I know you can turn down the volume and not hear me then at all. Do I seem a little scatterbrained today? Do I always seem a little scatterbrained?
Always, I think that's a little harsh. You're fine.
Am I always loud?
These mics are pretty good about not being too loud for the other noises.
Seriously, look at that. Fix it there. Or just
Considering it's fish, it looks pretty good. I think that's a compliment. I'm not quite sure.
Oops. I said don't bring your thing to a boil, and here I do. Take it off the heat for a second. I can't really taste it that way.
Well, what, it was just boiling. It might be a little hot.
It's really not too hot. It's just not the consistency I want. I want it to be a little...
How can it boil and not be hot? I need that explained to me, Dana.
I can't explain that.
Explain the physics.
I cannot. Let's take some of these potatoes and see if I can get those on the plate looking pretty.
Yeah, I haven't taken any pictures yet, so you'll have to let me know if you want pictures.
I'm going to want pictures. How's that? I mean, Kitsch Monster screamed, "Photos, Robbie!"
That's true. Kitsch Monster did remind me about the photos.
It's not done. I don't have the sauce yet. Come on, sauce. Thicken up. He's going to take a picture anyway. He's going to have to take another one.
It's a good thing it's not film. And I can take as many as I want.
I used to buy bricks of film and take so many pictures that I think Costco knew me by my first name.
Do they even make film anymore? Isn't film a thing of the past? Or is it just videotapes?
You can still buy videotape. You can still buy all that stuff. It's not easy and it's not cheap like it. But yeah, they still make film because people still have film cameras and some people like to manipulate the film. You don't believe me.
It's not that I don't believe you.
It's that he doesn't believe me.
I just haven't had a photo developed in a very long time.
Well, therefore they don't make film because you haven't had anything developed in a long time. Were any of you like avid photographers when it was filmed? Because I was. I need to go through pictures and in my section of pictures that you will share with us that are embarrassing photos of you. I can't remember exactly what it's called.
I did that.
You did that, and I need to do that for me. And I've even got some of Kelsey, which she'll just love that I share with you.
I believe she referred to it as blackmail.
Did she do that? Did she say that?
Something like that, anyway.
I'm still trying to get this to the consistency I want.
I just remember having to spin the little wheel on the back of the camera to forward the film, and it telling you how many photos you had left on the roll. And now we just push a little button on the screen of our phone and we take as many pictures as we want.
Well, no, because some of us actually still have digital cameras and there's a limit to how many you can depending on the card that you put in. So I still see a limit based on the size of the picture I'm taking.
True. My first digital camera could not take very many.
Oh my gosh, I remember the first digital camera I ever used. It was the school's camera, and it used a floppy disk.
What?
And so it held like 5 photos, and when you got them, they were so grainy and pixelated, you could barely tell what they were. It's crazy. Yeah, so we just had stacks of floppy disks with photos in them. But my favorite was I had somebody who was a little bit more than an acquaintance, but not quite a friend. Like, we saw each other and did stuff together, but it's not like I would call her up. Like, we had similar friend groups. Does that make sense? And she said, I don't know why people say this digital camera thing is cheaper because the discs are really expensive and I keep having to buy the little cards for it. And I was like, so you download those and get them developed and then you erase the card and use it again. She's like, what?
Right, it's reusable.
She's like, I have like 20 cards.
Oh my gosh. I just had the one.
I said, why don't we work together and we'll...
I think I was lucky if I could take about 50 photos with my flash card.
I would say that the first one that I had was, and I actually, my first was a Sony, and it was 5 megapixels, which was huge at the time.
Yeah, that's pretty big. I think mine was 3.
So, and now the one I have now is like 32 pixels is the biggest when you take a raw photo. So.
And it's not like that was a very recent camera.
Oh, mine? No, mine's actually, oh gosh. I don't think I've bought a new camera in 10 years. Okay, I'm looking for something.
The phones now are just so good.
It is. How many of you have a real camera? Does anybody have a real camera and not just an app on your...
My digital camera doesn't work anymore, so I don't really have
Your
it.
3-pixel?
My 3-pixel from
That's a shame. Such
probably
a shame.
18 years old at this point.
It's such a shame that his 3-pixel camera doesn't work anymore, isn't it? All right, here we go. I still would like this to be a little thicker to see how it's just being absorbed in there, but it's just not reducing down.
It's a little thin.
I still want to see if I can reduce that down a little bit. Are you guys getting bored of sauces reducing? I know I am.
No,
I'm
not
impatient.
while we're talking about 20-year-old technology.
Okay, who of you had a camera, and what's the most recent camera that you have, not including video cameras, like webcams like this one, or...
Elster has a real camera that hasn't been used in 20 years.
Is it digital? I still have my film camera from like 30 years ago, because it's a good camera. I need to get rid of some of my camera equipment. I have so much. It's film. Okay, so what brand is it? I always got mad at my sister-in-law. Like, I had camera equipment first. She's actually a phenomenal photographer, and actually makes money off it, has made more money off of it than I did. A Pentax. I had a Pentax. I think my Pentax was my first film camera. Canon Digital. See, I've got a Canon Digital. I'll have to see if I can borrow some of your lenses, Bob, if you have something, or you can borrow some of mine. Because I think I've got something like 6 lenses, and I've got Canon. But my sister-in-law decided to go Minolta until she decided that she hated it because it kept breaking. And then she went Nikon, and I'm like, oh. Like, if she had a Canon, we could, borrow each other's technology. But she went the Nikon route, and did I say Nike? I meant Nikon if I said Nike. She went the Nikon route, and I went the Canon route. Which Canon do you have, Bob? I have a 50D, or a 50, and then I have a 5D Mark II. I really want to get, which I got because it does video too, but it's out of date because I've had it for 15 years.
I was going to say, why aren't we using it?
I don't know that it does 1080. It's full frame, but
We'll
I don't
use
know
it for
if it does
Pantry
1080.
Cam, it's fine.
I want to get some of the ones that have Wi-Fi in them, so I don't have to find cords all the time to upload photos. Which reminds me, I've got to do that for I have a friend who owns a gym, and I did photos for her right before we left for Albuquerque, and I still haven't given her those, and I promised them for tomorrow. Guess what I'm doing tomorrow morning?
No pressure.
Enough camera talk. You know what? This sauce just isn't reducing. It tastes good. We're going to use it. It's all good. You have the 60. All right. You going to come grab a couple forks and come over? So there we go. There's sauce for our fish. Oh, we need to take a picture.
Oh, now you want a photo.
Can I take it?
Jeez.
I trust him. I'm going to get out of the way. This is kind of one of the weird things from streaming too, is because you see a lot of, can I? Mine. I just did something that I didn't mean to do.
There you go.
Okay. His phone is different than mine. I always like it because I think the phone is like one of the least used apps on this thing.
On the phone?
It's really a small computer that happens to have a phone app on it.
True.
That is my thought. Okay, you ready? You can come taste? Because the salmon's really good because I already stole a bite.
I mean, if you're gonna make me.
That's good. And it does not need salt. Isn't that good?
It is really good.
Potatoes are really good too.
Totally worth 2 hours.
And I don't think the potatoes are as crispy as I thought they would be, but they are good. I've done something similar to this, but I put like tomato sauce on the bottom, and then I used white potatoes and yellow potatoes and purple potatoes, and I kind of put them around. Well, no, I don't think I used tomato sauce for that one. That was for the when I did zucchini and stuff. But then I put them in a really pretty dish and kind of went around and then did the butter sauce. So that's another thing too. If you want just like a really pretty dish on the table, take different colored potatoes and put them around and then pour like butter, and you could even put cream and stuff in there if you want to. I like to play with food, so that's good. You're busy eating. So, thoughts, questions? We got sweetheart cookies. I'm going to post 3 more kinds of cookies with descriptions onto Discord. I'm going to do that tomorrow in between editing photos for my friend that I just remembered I need to do by tomorrow. And then you can vote just by liking, and whichever one has the most likes on it, we'll make sure that we bake that one on the 12th. Don't forget the 9th is a charity stream. We're going to be doing Kahlua and spaghetti tacos, and we're going to be raising money for No Kid Hungry. And then, let's see, Kelsey will hopefully be coming in on the 12th with us. And on Sunday, we're going to be doing lemon chicken and a fried rice. So it's kind of a Asian dish, an Asian-inspired dish that we're going to be doing on Thursday, next Thursday. I'm making sure I'm not saying Tuesday because I don't want to confuse people. So, where are we going?
Casey.
All right, KC's on. Excellent. He hasn't been on for a while. So we're going to go visit Kitchen Confidence. They are awesome. Give him a follow, say hi, and let's go show him some love from our channel. I appreciate you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. And let me know if you have any questions. Drop them in Discord, and I will see you on Sunday. All right, good night, everybody.